just going to talk to you about our recent experience in the Andrew Carnegie Business School with collaborative assessment. Now, this has been approved by the awarding body, which is the Chartered Management Institute. And I provided you here with a copy of the syllabus for this unit. Teams select their own members, and it's estimated that the group size would be 3 or maximum 4. Those teams are then guided by the lecturer in order to ensure that they're either working in a work environment that's similar or that geographically they're able to communicate effectively. The proposal documents are produced by the team, and I set one up there which explains to the team members exactly what is required and the format of their response. And this is their proposal they complete on their joint submission of a report. The report will be in the region of 7,000 to 8,000 words, plus or minus the 10%. So these proposal documents are completed by the teams, signed by the individuals, and also they give the opportunity of appointing a work-based or project mentor from their employers. So how do we then tackle the fairness, the veracity and reliability of the assessment decision? Well, lecturers will meet with team members on a regular basis and will ask direct, leading questions about their project and about their participation. Individuals will sign statements of authenticity attached to the proposal. Each member should produce a diary in which they authenticate the actions they've undertaken as part of that team, and that diary is also subject to assessment. The team may be asked, if there's any doubt, to produce a presentation at which all individuals must participate, and at the end of the presentation questions and answers may be given. Thank you. Just 30 seconds more if you don't mind. Has this worked? The answer is yes. It's worked with over 100 learners. We've had 30 submissions. We've had plaudits from the awarding body as well, who are very keen to see this being rolled out within other programs. So thank you very much.
Okay, I'm going to start. This is a little story I'm going to start with, and it's a story of learning Louise. I was really lucky enough to be given this lovely iPad 2 for my birthday in March, which is my pride and joy. I absolutely love it. And on it, I had this software which I started playing with. It's a creative software, and it's called Drawing Pad. Now, it's just a kind of childish little drawing pad thing. So I started doing childish little drawings in it. So I'll show you the kind of things I did. I did all these kind of little cartoony things. I got kind of obsessed with it and started doing all these little cartoons. I started off actually trying to do cute, and I did all these little guys. And I think this guy here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, I'll open this one. I think actually exemplifies cute. Except it's not opening, isn't it? I'm there. To me, this guy is cute. Some people think he's weird, but I think he's really cute. He is cute, isn't he? So, but after that, I went and I did another one. And here she is here. Okay, now I don't know what you see in that, but that one said to me, this is a very smug person. She's like really, really smug. And I thought, she really looks like a SWAT, you know? She looks like somebody who's really organized and is a total SWAT. And she is, that's what she is. She's a complete SWAT. And so she turned into this idea of learning Louise, because I'm really interested in working with students and not just with staff. And I'm interested in students learning what they can do with their phones and what they can do with the iPads or any technology that they've got, what can they do to help themselves learn? That's what I'm very interested in. You know I've learned lots and lots of techniques as a tutor on how to help people learn, but I'd like the students to do more of it themselves. So again, it's to do with becoming independent learners. So I thought, okay, Learning Louise could be a sort of figurehead for this kind of idea. And initially, I was going to go into the Skibo at lunchtimes and go around and just talk to students about what they could use their phones for, or their, or any technology that they have, to learn things. That didn't really come about, although I don't think it's off the cards yet. But what did happen was that I started working with one of Anona's classes, and we took the idea a little bit further, or it went off in a slightly different direction, really. And we have this Learning Louise here. We're working with a hires group, and we're working on organizational skills, organizing your learning using technology. Because I was the most disorganized student that you could possibly imagine, and I suffered a huge amount because of my lack of organization skills. And I needed, actually it would have been really nice to have somebody to come along and kind of help me with that. So I actually only asked the students who felt that way, who felt that their studies weren't going that well, and they could come and do this hour every week with me. And we've been doing that for about 5 weeks, 5 sessions now, I think. But this is how Learning Louise herself actually introduces herself.
Hi, I'm Louise, and I used to be really disorganised at college. It got me into all sorts of trouble and actually caused me a huge amount of stress. I never sorted all my notes out. To be honest, there was always something much more interesting to do, and I never knew where anything was. On my computer at home, on the desktop of a college PC, on a memory stick, which I lost. On which memory stick? I was a really bad case. I probably got worse marks than I should have due to mislaying work all over the place. Then I was shown a few tips about keeping my stuff all together. I use Google Docs now, and I've even got an e-portfolio which I made in Google Sites. It's going to be really useful when I go to uni, and even more useful when I start looking for a job.
Now, when I first showed that, I was kind of scared to show that. I thought, this is so stupid, I've really gone too far with being silly. But actually, the students really liked it, and I was amazed. I thought, and I kept on saying, this is not too stupid, it's not too patronising, is it? And no, they don't think it is. They really liked it. So, I think I can go off here. Google Docs and Google Sites were one of the things that we're going into, but another one that we found just as this was all happening was called Live Binders. Now this is actually in a live binder, and most of the students have started using this to keep their work. It's, if we go to, can anybody see where, oh, I'm not logged in, that's because it was just, sorry folks, just a second. I'm going to have to hurry now. No. TikTok. This is a lovely thing. It's really, really good, and I have to show you. No. Okay. So it's a folder, and you've got all these different things in it. Oh no.
Hi, I'm Louise, and I used
Oh,
to be
I want to replay.
Get off!
Never.
So in this folder here, I've got a thing about Google Docs, I've got an e-portfolio, about e-portfolios, I've got example Googlios and stuff like that. So it's, yes, I know that is words. So back to my shelves, and I'll show you, that's what they look like, you see. That's, you've got all your different folders, and within these folders you've got lots of different things that you can put in. You can put in Word documents, videos, you can put anything you want in the folder. How long have I got? Because there's a wee point that I really want to put in quickly. Another thing that you can put in there is if you tick a little box, you can actually get folders made for you. So if you're researching something, you say search Google, or you can search .org, for example, to get good quality things, and they fill folders up for you with all the stuff that would be relevant. Now, I found that the quality is quite good. So for the students, it's brilliant. All you're having to do is to put in a subject matter, and they've got a folder full of stuff, and you can go in and take stuff out that you don't really want. It's really good. I'm going to have to just take 2 seconds longer. I've started using it actually instead of the VLE this year, just for the sheer heck of it. So here, this is a course that I've made using live binders. Learning Outcome 1 is going on. It's a course, basically, which is a very, very nice, neat, and very simple way of doing things. Okay? Thank you.
I had this experience last night. I was looking at Data Monitor. And I found that it was a little, on the website, was a little click, and then you can get more information or you can get a demonstration. So I clicked, I had to register my name, and then once I've done that, 5 minutes later, I received a phone call. Very surprised, it was somebody from Data Monitor. This person guided me onto the website and said, open such a website, and there I was with them, and it was showing me, and it was answering my questions and so on. So what I'm going to talk to you about is another similar software which is available and could be used for training, but could be used for classes, and it's Webinar. Webinar is also used for marketing purpose as well. So I started last year experiences with my student on the PDP unit. And basically I use different software, but and mainly the one I liked was GoTo Training, which was the software. What you need as a tutor is you need a PC, you need a webcam, and you need a microphone. That's all you need. Your students need a computer, access to a computer. They don't need webcam, but they could have a webcam or they could have a microphone as well. How does it work? Firstly, you need to have all the email address of your students. Then through this software that obviously the college is trying to finalize at the moment, but you can invite your students to participate to a webinar, and you fix a time which is appropriate to them. And once they receive this information, they have a link attached, so they just need to click on the link. What you can do once your students are set up is basically you can do anything from demonstration, and using, for example, if you wanted to do a demonstration on VLE, you could show them the VLE, and you could take them through all the different aspects of the VLE. Okay? Or if you want to do more like a traditional class, you could use the PowerPoint presentation. Can I get an extra minute?
Oh, you're going to have to be hit by a flying flamingo.
What I wanted to add is that you do have interactions with this virtual learning environment, because students can talk to you, a bit like Facebook, so they could put comments. They can interact with one another. You could do activities, okay, and then you could see all the answers, or if they have access to microphone, then you can listen to them. You can, they can talk to one another as well. Now that can be disabled, because in one session I had, they were started talking to one another, so I could disable it. I can monitor that and disable that as well. I can select different participants and ask them questions. So it's very interactive, okay? And so hopefully, once we've got everything set up, I could do a demonstration and we could use it. But at the moment, we are still looking at the right software for the college. That's what I wanted to say.